Do you struggle with headaches, bloating, skin rashes, or anxiety after eating, even when you eat healthy foods? Some of the foods you think are good for you might actually be making your symptoms worse. In this video, I'm going to share 5 healthy foods that often trigger histamine issues, but I'm also going to give you easy food swaps so you don't end up restricting your diet too much. That's one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, and I want to help you avoid it. Hey, I'm Josh. I'm an NTP, and I help people with stubborn flare ups and hidden triggers pinpoint what's going on so they can feel like themselves again. If you've been struggling with food reactions and aren't sure what to eat anymore, this video is for you. Now, you might already know the first 2 foods I'm about to mention, so we'll move through those quickly. But stick around, because number 4 might surprise you, and number 5 is one that took me years to realize was a problem. Food number 1. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, and kombucha are great for gut health in general, but if you have histamine intolerance, they can make things worse. Fermentation increases histamine levels, which can trigger bloating, skin reactions, and brain fog. Instead of fermented foods, try freshly cooked veggies. And if healthy bacteria for your gut is your concern, then choose a low histamine strain like Bifidobacterium infantis. Food number 2. Aged cheeses like cheddar, Parmesan, and blue cheese are loaded with histamine. The aging process allows histamine to build up, which can lead to congestion, digestive issues, and migraines. A better alternative, if you're histamine sensitive, is fresh cheese like ricotta or cottage cheese, which have much lower histamine levels due to their shorter aging period. Here's a tip. Keep serving sizes small until you know how well you tolerate it. Food number 3 is nightshades. Tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, and potatoes. These nightshade plants can be a hidden trigger for some people. They contain compounds that stimulate histamine release, which can also increase inflammation, especially if your immune system is already overactive. If I'm being honest, there's no real substitute for tomatoes, but you can find a lot of creative recipes out there that replicate the flavor of tomatoes depending on the dish it's in. For straight up nightshade swaps, try sweet potatoes, cauliflower, carrots, and beets. Food number 4 surprises a lot of people. Spinach. It's considered a superfood, but if you have histamine intolerance, it might trigger symptoms. Not only is spinach naturally high in histamine, but it's also high in oxalates. Oxalates can irritate the gut lining and trigger inflammation if you have gut issues or lack the bacterial strains that can help break them down. If you need to avoid spinach, try romaine or butter lettuce, which are much lower in both histamine and oxalates. Food number 5. Preserved or processed meats. Preserving foods by canning or smoking, like with sardines or smoked salmon, can increase histamine levels in the foods. When I used to travel a lot, I would try to eat healthy by bringing food with me, and it took me years to realize that canned sardines were causing me histamine reactions. Other processed meats are often aged. Just like with the cheeses, this increases histamine levels. For an alternative, choose fresh, unprocessed meats like chicken or turkey that's cooked the same day you eat it. So let's recap. 5 healthy foods that can trigger histamine issues are fermented foods, aged cheeses, nightshades, spinach, and preserved and processed meats. I want to stress that these are all healthy foods. When your gut is strong and your immune system isn't irritated, there's a good chance you'll be able to enjoy them again. I made the mistake of avoiding healthy foods for years because my symptoms weren't as bad when I did that. But in the long run, that leads to other health issues. What I found works much better, and this is what I do with all my clients, is focus on repairing the gut and resetting the immune system. When you do that, your immune system won't be so reactive, and you'll be able to tolerate not only more foods, but many things in your life that might be acting as triggers right now. If you want specific videos about how to do that, let me know your questions in the comments so I can cover them in a future video. For now, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video, where I'll share more ways to fix your gut, calm your immune system, and start feeling better faster.